Hi, I'm Brian at Dave Arbogast RV Depot. Today we're going to be covering power conversion. We're going to start off with plugging your unit in. You want to make sure that you're using the proper amperage of cord for your unit. We also recommend using surge protectors. If there is a surge at the campgrounds that you are at, it could possibly cause all your electronics that are running off of 120 to basically fry, never work again. There's different styles. This style is a permanent style. Normally we would install this behind your breaker box or your fuse panel inside the coach. Or you can use this one. These ones are a little more simple. They just plug into the end of your power cord and plug into the pole, whether it's 30 amp or 50 amp. We do sell both sizes. In this particular unit, your fridge is a residential fridge, so it is operating off of 120 only. It is not gas. We're going to go to the bedroom and check out the fuse panel so we can show you exactly where the fuses for the converter are. The converter converts 120 volts to 12 volts, and that charges and maintains your battery. It helps with all your lighting and everything in the coach that runs off of 12 volts. This is the location of your fuse panel in this particular unit. Inside this door will be all your breakers and fuses. Get it open would be great. There will be a breaker for the converter. The converter normally plugs right into the back of your breaker box. So if for some reason you're not converting 120 to 12 volts, the first thing you'd want to do is check that breaker. And if that doesn't convert at that point, there are fuses on the converter itself. The problem is just finding it. They're usually mounted either behind the breaker box or close to where the shore cord is coming into the unit. And on 30 amp campers, the converters are usually part of the breaker box. If they're part of the breaker box on a 30 amp unit, they will be two 40 amp fuses in the fuse box here on this fuse panel. And then we can go outside and talk about the inverter. All right, now that we're outside, we're going to talk about the inverter just briefly. The inverter on this unit is up in the front storage compartment, and the reason being this unit has an inverter is the fact that it has a residential refrigerator. What the inverter does is it runs off of 12 volts and it converts 12 volts to 120. So as long as your battery is charged and you're driving down the road, you do have the capability of your fridge still being on and keeping everything inside of it cold as you travel. Also, as long as your vehicle is got a 12 volt supply coming from your 7-way connector, it will also charge the battery on the travel trailer, which will help that converter maintain the battery and help charge to where the fridge can stay on while you're in travel. This particular unit also has a battery disconnect that is right inside your storage compartment here. It's a red switch. And basically what that does is if you turn it off, pull the key out, that cuts all battery from the battery on the front of the unit. It cuts all 12 volt power to the unit. So if that is turned off, your inverter will not run if you're in travel, but it will also make it to where it will not drain your battery dead when you're not using the coach. This concludes our video on AC power conversion.